It's time for another WrestlePlanet news update as The Rock responds to a released WWE superstar and Andrade is finally all elite. We discuss all that and more in today's video, but first, let's take a quick look at the results from last night's episode of AEW Dynamite. We don't normally do this, but I may turn it into a regular feature if people want to see it, and let me know what other wrestling shows I should do this for going forward. So let's see how quick we can get through this as we go to the AEW Dynamite rundown. To open the show, the Young Bucks defeated Pac and Penta, with Eddie Kingston stopping a post-match beatdown. Mark Henry made his first AEW Dynamite appearance and was asked by Tony Schiavone if he will step back in the ring, and Mark said he's focused on commentary and coaching, but the fact that the question was even asked seems to suggest that AEW are teasing an in-ring appearance somewhere down the line. Vickie Guerrero then interrupted him and introduced AEW's brand new signing, Andrade. We'll talk about that in more depth later on in the video. QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo defeated Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson. The Inner Circle held a victory lap and Jake Hager challenged Wardlow to an MMA style fight. Chris Jericho also teased another match with MJF. Jungle Boy and Christian Cage defeated Private Party, and then Matt Hardy laid out Christian after the match with a twist of fate. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky challenged Darby Allin to a match with somebody other than Sting, so it'll be interesting to see who Darby Allin chooses. Britt Baker celebrated her AEW Women's Championship victory only to be attacked by Nyla Rose. Red Velvet pinned the Bunny. This was in spite of the Butcher and the Blade's interference. And in the main event, Dustin Rhodes defeated Nick Comoroto in a bull rope match. Last week's AEW Dynamite saw a sharp drop in the ratings after being forced to move to Friday nights in a later time slot. This trend is likely to continue this week and for the rest of the month due to the NBA playoffs on TNT affecting their weekly schedule. Next up, a certain AEW star has revealed on Instagram that he and his wife are expecting their first child together. Hangman Adam Page posted the following message alongside an ultrasound photo and a picture of he and his wife Amanda. He wrote, "Hey, we got a baby on the way. We're excited, terrified, but mostly overjoyed. Thank you." The Pages have been married since 2016 and are set for some sleepless nights ahead. Page is coming off the back of a big win at Double or Nothing, defeating Big Brian Cage in a show-stealing opener to the card. Our congratulations go out to the couple during these exciting times. On last night's episode of AEW Dynamite, it was confirmed that there will be a title match on the show next week. Miro is now set to make another defense of his TNT title, and this time he will take on Evil Uno of the Dark Order. This will be the Bulgarian's first defense since Double or Nothing, where he defeated Lance Archer. Also on the card, AEW Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks will team with Brandon Cutler to take on Penta, Pac, and Eddie Kingston. This follows the events on AEW Dynamite that we discussed earlier on. Elsewhere, soon-to-be father Adam Page will team with the Dark Order's 10 to battle Team Taz's Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs. With Cage seemingly set to split from the faction, will next week be the time that AEW pull the trigger? WWE legend and Hollywood star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has responded to a certain released WWE superstar and has given them words of encouragement following their departure from the company. Ruby Riott posted a statement on Instagram addressing her release, saying, "Yesterday, in a matter of minutes, my life changed very drastically, but after some tears, some panic, and a full box of Oreos, I was able to look back at how lucky I've been to accomplish what I have. I never thought I'd make it to WWE. I've been honored to be a part of a squad of the most incredible women I've ever met. I've gotten to see the world, share locker rooms with some of the most talented women I know, some of which I've made lifelong friendships with. I've gotten to meet fans that were just like me, introverted kids who never quite felt like they fit in." Ruby continued by thanking those that have reached out to her after her release, but then The Rock popped up in the replies, ensuring her that everything will be okay and that she will be back one day. He commented, You will resurface stronger, wiser, and better. And thank you for the awesome birthday video. It's pretty cool to see the Great One take time to do this, and I'm sure it's given her somewhat of a boost in what is no doubt a difficult time. And quickly before we continue, make sure you scroll down and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos as we head towards 20,000 subscribers. But now you've done that, let's get on with the video. There is news coming out of New Japan that Chris Jericho is no longer signed with the company after previously having both an AEW and a New Japan contract. His last match in Japan occurred at Wrestle Kingdom 14 where he defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi in January of 2020, and it is now being reported that this was his last match on the deal. Previous company president Harold Mage, who left New Japan in October 2020, was not a fan of having Jericho under contract due to his high salary. Many others in the promotion disagreed with him, but due to the pandemic, NJPW decided to keep Jericho off the books for now to keep costs low. Jericho did recently speak with TSN and indicated that he'd be interested in making a return to Japan, naming Jay White, Minoru Suzuki, Kota Ibushi, and Will Ospreay as potential opponents. Would you like to see Jericho back in New Japan? And if so, who would be his opponent? Let me know in the comments down below. After much speculation surrounding his future, former WWE superstar Andrade is finally all elite after making a surprise appearance on last night's episode of Dynamite. During Mark Henry's first promo in the promotion, he was interrupted by a screeching Vickie Guerrero. She then introduced Andrade as her latest acquisition. The Idol then took to the mic himself and declared his intentions to become the face of All Elite Wrestling, something which is very possible given his charisma and in-ring ability. His girlfriend and former fellow WWE wrestler Charlotte Flair reacted to the news, posting 11 crying faces and 11 heart emojis. And this also means that we can check one off the list of the 10 WWE AEW jumps that will happen in the next 5 years video, and it also means my prediction for the wildcard at Double or Nothing was kinda close. Andrade asked for his release from WWE earlier this year, a request which was granted on March 21st. He is booked to take on the current AEW champion Kenny Omega at AAA's biggest show, TripleMania, which will go down in August for the AAA Mega Championship. It's currently unknown if this feud will bleed over into AEW at some point in the future. I guess we'll have to tune in next week to find out what's next for the Luchador. He is no doubt a great signing for AEW, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for El Idolo. And who would you like to see Andrade in the ring with in AEW? Make sure you let me know in the comments down below. And before you go, why not check out my video where I discuss what's next for the WWE releases of June 2021, including Braun Strowman and Lana.